Welcome, Chandni. Thank you so much for taking out the time.
Thank you for having me. It's a
It's
very
great to
special day,
go.
so I'm glad that I'm getting a chance.
No, we are so glad to have you over. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Tarika.
So, Chandni, today I really want to talk to you about your experience with the cancer and mainly towards your journey post, recovering from cancer. If
Yeah.
I may say, I think life has given you a fair bit of your fair share of hardships.
Yes.
Um, it was during a very difficult period of your life that you discovered that you have cancer, but you did
Yes.
not let that bother you to an extent that did not let it beat you, and
Yes.
you came out of it stronger, rediscovered yourself, found passion in this new line of industry, which is makeup, and doing some exceptional work.
Thank you so much.
But
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about your journey. How did you go about it?
So, I think the first thing whoever is fighting cancer or has experienced this disease, I think the one thing that we realize is that life does change. There is a new normal, and things aren't the way they were before. You don't feel the same. Your body doesn't feel the same. For me, even my thoughts weren't the same. So
Yeah,
obviously, my priorities changed.
right.
My want of doing certain kind of work changed. In every way, like, do I want to continue going to corporate? Do
Yeah.
I want to continue working long hours? Do
Yeah.
I want to like compromise on my health or not compromise? Should I concentrate on other things? So there was obviously like a whirlpool of thoughts, emotions, and everything put together post cancer. I think what really helped me was post my treatment, I took some time off, which is
Uh,
about 3 months, where I tried to gauge and put together my thoughts and be like, okay, fine, like what direction do I want to move in? One thing we need to realize, and I keep comparing my past to present professionally, is that, like you could be at 100 with cancer or with any disease which is as
anything.
life threatening or whatever, like it really makes you like go down to a zero or maybe a minus, right? So for me or for anyone who's gone through it, to sit and compare that, oh my god, I used to do this in my life, and oh, I used to earn so much, or I used to be so busy and people knew me here and I was in this corporate, blah blah blah. It's very easy to compare that to today, which is very different. So first things first, like put your thoughts together and stop comparing. Very
Yeah.
difficult, but make an effort. I think I did that. Secondly, I got married within a year of remission. So really coming to a new country, I think really worked for me, because a new environment,
Yeah.
really.
Change
You
of
know,
environment, change of
yeah,
people.
change of environment, change of people. Probably I didn't want to sit and talk to every single person or like be treated with in a certain way because
Yeah.
it was a new crowd. I never hid my treatment or what I went through or my diagnosis from anybody. Like I'm not one of them who will be like hush hush, oh I had cancer or whatever. Like I'm not like that. I'm very open about what's happened in my life. It is what it is. But when I came here, I realized that maybe I need to like rediscover my professional life. I have been doing makeup and hair since I'm 17, but it took a backseat when I started doing corporate. So when I came here, I'm like, okay, fine, maybe I should try and venture into makeup
Go
and
back.
hair again. Go back to my roots of beauty. That's where I started, right? Like then I did my masters and I worked in corporate and I loved every little bit of it, but I couldn't get that here. With all the restrictions, being a dependent pass holder, but it took me some time, a lot of crying, and a lot of again like making an effort to understand what I can do and what I can't do. I finally started freelancing as a makeup and hair artist because that made me happy.
Yeah.
And why I tell this is because do anything that makes you happy. I think post this journey of cancer, there's one thing I've realized is that live in the present, enjoy what you're doing. um, just enjoy your life. Like sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves, and that's not okay. Maybe I'm lucky. I mean, I have a supportive husband, so I could like go ahead and do what I really want to do. But if you have an opportunity, you should do it.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very valid point that you brought. That I think our first responsibility is towards ourselves, and if we are only not happy, then
Yes.
what's the point?
There's no point to it.
Absolutely.
And life changes in a second, so you might as well enjoy where you stand right now.
Yeah. But you mentioned that one of the biggest challenge, obviously, getting back to the corporate world, was obviously the technicality of being in a different country. But from your own personal, considering, of course, cancer takes and drains a lot out of you. Like, you've gone through a lot, both mentally and physically. Were there certain challenges and in a certain fashion that you managed to get yourself ready? Because everything takes time and effort. Like, I know that you're in the shoots morning to evening. It's not really that easy, a cakewalk. So I'm pretty sure that you prepared yourself in a certain fashion.
Yes, I think you mentally need to get really strong. Cancer thrashes you physically, emotionally, mentally, and in a very big way, your confidence. And I'm going to put that in a separate category altogether, right? So I think you need to take your time, like I said, put your thoughts together and try and build that little confidence back. Thoda kar de, little at a time, every day, keep building till you reach a point where you're like, okay, fine, now I can go ahead and start and move in the direction, whatever it is, whether it is going back to corporate, whether it is doing something on your own, or it is a decision that I'm going to sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah.
As long as you are confident enough to take that decision to move in a certain direction.
Right.
So I think that's very important. Physically, yes, I mean, you do yoga or you do some form of exercise. We kind of keep that aside a lot of times. Like I was in Bombay. I mean, to reach the office, I had to sit in a car for 1 hour. To come back, it took an hour and a half. There was really no time to exercise, right? So maybe that's something that I took up now, to even try and exercise 3-4 times a week. And mentally, it is still a process. I mean, like I said, we fall to ground zero.
Yeah.
So what you built in 10 years, you can't build back in a month, right? So you have to slowly start climbing, start doing little and getting there. Don't be too harsh on yourself. It's okay. It's okay to
take some
start.
time.
Yeah. I think that's really very important.
To give yourself the time and just pat yourself and celebrate the small wins.
Exactly. Very important.
That's interesting. So that's on the personal front, that how you can build yourself up and help yourself get mentally strong. Touching a little bit on the society bit and how the infrastructure is designed, be it any country. Do you think that we have the right tools and systems in place to help the process of reinducting somebody who's gone through both mentally and physically, as much as somebody with cancer goes through?
I think India has come a very, very long way with regards to what you just said. For me, I think I was really lucky, be it the family, be it the society, on the professional front, the company I was with Tata Trent, and I mean, I'm ever so grateful. I think overall the infrastructure is really improved for a cancer patient. The hospital I was in, the nurses was just so nice. They never let me feel like a bichara. Like there was no pity involved. There was always care, concern, and ways to make me laugh. And I think that's very important because a reaction of the medicines is depression and you feel like shit in every way possible, right? So I think the people around helped me get out of it better. Post that, the company that I was with was very okay with the fact that if I want to get back with them, I can slowly work my way into the company again. It's not that, oh, you need to be back with the bank 5 days a week, 9 to 6. They told me, take your time the first 1 year. Why don't you ease into your job? Like, take your time.
Yeah.
You're full time working, but you don't need to be in the office every day.
Right.
Or the fact that my family was very open with the idea of me going to a psychologist, because I think you go through so many emotions, and it is not really nice when you've lost weight and you look totally different. You lost your hair. My teeth had gone black. My nails are black. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't look like myself, and the confidence was really shattered, right? So I went to a psychologist. I'm very open about it. I mean, I know there was no judgment around it. So I think the society is coming a long way. I think the infrastructure in India has come a long way. There are support groups. There are people on Instagram. I mean, there are groups of lymphoma on Instagram, which really helped me. Facebook has so much. Help ke liye, there is a lot going on. You need to make an effort to help yourself and reach out. I mean, if you're going to be sitting at home and crying that, oh my God, what happened to me, and like I'm feeling like this and like that, you need to make an effort for people to help you.
Right.
And there is a lot of help.
Right. And like you rightly said, I think family plays a very, very important role in helping you get the right resources to spiral down that road, right?
Yes, totally. I think my family, other than the medicinal aspect of it, pretty much went through all my emotions. I'm very grateful for the support. And if you have anyone going through cancer in your family, I think you need to be there for them. Please don't mind their bad moods. It is not them. It is the circumstances, it's the medicines, it's the side effects. There's so much the body is going through. Just be there for them. Don't run away from them, and don't leave them alone. And I think that's one thing that the family should do.
That's
And
yeah. No, I think that's very good. And honestly, I think this was one thing that I actually picked up from your blog as well, that, you've given a lot of importance to how your family went through that entire journey along with you and has been your pillar of support throughout.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you need to be mentally strong. Your family needs to be 100 times mentally strong to see you go through like that. I mean, I'm sure for my parents to see their daughter going through the treatment, looking the way she is, like, like bald, no hair, like thin, fragile, like, and whatever was going on in life at that point, like, I'm sure the parents didn't enjoy seeing me like that. Nor did my friends enjoy seeing me like that. Like, nobody in the family, right? So I think the family needs to be 10 times mentally stronger to give that strength to the patient. Because patient or kahan se lekar aayega strength? Like, where will the patient get all the strength from? It's only from the surroundings, right? Yeah.
That's a very well said thought, and I think it kind of you kind of covered my next question, which was around the caretakers. That along with the patient, it is the caretakers who are also on the same journey, are going through the ups and downs, and they need an iron heart to make sure that they are standing by your side.
Yes, I mean, you definitely need an iron heart. Like, for example, with me right now, I volunteer with hospice care in Singapore. Once a week, I just go with a beautiful set of other women. We all go and entertain hospice care patients and come back. But there are times over there where I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to just go and sit inside because I can't see a particular patient in the state that they are in. I mean, you need a strong heart to go and help patients, and you need to be very mentally strong, basically. Yeah.
But that's a very noble thing that you're doing. That's really, really nice of you.
I always wanted to give back in some way. I think this is a start. For all you know, like 5 years down the line, Chandni will not be doing makeup. She will be a part of an NGO helping cancer patients. I won't be surprised if I move in that direction. There are things in my mind, but maybe my priority is a little different right now. So maybe someday.
That's amazing. No, we look forward. We really, really hope all your dreams do come true. And we're really looking forward to your journey ahead. Passing all the your thoughts and your motivation to others. I really hope from this chat, whoever who is listening gets the motivation of reinventing himself or herself just the way you did. Uh,
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank you.
you. I think I only want to end this by telling all the patients that just try and um, don't live in the past. Try and live in the present. Prioritize yourself. Be selfish. It is okay to give yourself importance, and don't stop trying ever. It's been 2 3 years now. I still stress out over my doctor appointments, which is every 6 months to a year, right? I still stress out about it. It is gonna be there. It's gonna be a part of your life, but try and still be happy and keep reinventing yourself. You don't know there's so much in this brain of ours. We can do so much for the world and for ourselves. So don't stop trying.
That's so beautiful. That's amazing, Chandni. I think it goes for almost all of us that we must keep trying ourselves and keep reinventing ourselves. That's really well said.
Thank you, Tarika.